Hey, what's up? It's the normal playing guy. Right, okay, Super Easy A time. Kaioken Blue Goku, Super Saiyan God. What a name. So the tech ones come out, and then this guy has his Super Easy A. All expected, right? Tech 1, look, fun to use, but at the end of the day, utter ass, because he would sacrifice probably most of your health before his turn ends. Absolute dog. But, fun to use otherwise, just like a one-hitter quitter. Otherwise, this guy legitimately might just be better and has a shining hope. So, Super Easy A's, remember, only the passives change, nothing else. The leader skill doesn't, and nor does the super attack effect. It's just something in their passive to make it more relevant. There is a lot of similarities between this and every other Super Easy A. They're kind of following a trend now. So anyway, let's have a look. Previously, back in 2016, this was it. Back when they were running numbers, and it was powerful when he first came out. Don't get me wrong. His Easy A came out in 2020, and then a handful of more years later, we get this. So what was it? We check out his Easy A. It was 59% extra for 10 turns. Now it was good at the time. So now 2 key 259%. So you're already getting a big buff. Bear in mind, 200% leads probably did come out by 2020, but certainly not for the rest. But now we have 250 leads, or 220 rather. Then this guy you're going to be making the most of it. And a 50% chance to crit. Okay, that's good. As the third attacker in a turn, you have 40% damage reduction and an additional super attack. The super attack hasn't changed, so it greatly stacks attack. So he's going to build up pretty damn quick, but he loses 5% health. Now that is the same as Tech Kaioken, and when he transforms he loses 10, but other than that, okay. So he's no worse off. So you are going to lose an additional super attack, but arguably the tech one's going to cost you more. So fair enough. Okay, but when attacking, you get 159% to attack. That's a lot. You have an additional 20% chance and 20% crit at 77% or less. Well, actually between 59 and 77. But you have an additional 30% or 50 altogether when you truly are below 59, right? So that's not so bad. So you can have 50% attack, 50% crit. Pretty ridiculous. When you get an attack, you'll have your defense of 159%. Will help because you will have 40% damage reduction, ideally. You also get, same as when on attack, you get up to 50% defense and an additional 50% damage reduction when you're at 59% HP or less, or between 60 and 77. So not bad, because it all stacks together, right? Now obviously you have 50% damage reduction, well, up to in slot 1 or 2, and you can have basically invincibility status in slot 3. So I would guess then that because this guy builds up quick, because he is 0 to hero, there is no build up. It all depends on how much health you have. You might as well put him as a floater, 100%. He's usable, he's going to be super good, he's going to hit hard, and he's kind of going to look after himself in a sense. Having that defense is going to help, having that damage reduction, because you could then enter a turn again when he is back on rotation. You are floating him off in a sense, but when he comes back around, there'll be the times when he will be the tank at the end. But failing that, you will still come in. You'll still come in entering the turn with 50%. So it depends on how you play it. So that's all right. From the 7th turn, you get you maintain an additional 159% attack, but this time you're guaranteed crits. Right. Okay. Superclass enemy, 40% for all allies. 2 turns if there's an extreme class enemy. Okay. Slight waste of things, right? I like how you get an additional attack buff from the 7th turn. That's great. So this guy is just going to be reaching for the stars, really. There's not many that's going to be out damaging him. So you have a 50% crit, from turns 1 to 6, which goes up, well, depending on how much health you have, which goes up to pretty much 100%. But beyond the 7th turn, you're just going to give him flat out. Why don't, instead of giving him a high chance to crit just from basic effect, why not high chance to dodge? Why not guard? Why not? Because you're going to give him crits a la plenty. How do you build this guy? It's going to be dodge, pure dodge. You don't want additional super attacks. You just don't. It's going to eat into your health. Man, these bosses are really, really tough. These events are no joke. If you're going to go into this, what is it? The one where it's like 50 stages in a row? Can't remember it. But you're going to go into that. About stage 40 something is when it really gets tough. Can't afford to be taking hits. Sell max, you can't afford. Red zone, extreme super battle zone, extreme super battle road. You can't afford to be wasting 10, 15, 20% of your health on super attacks. You just can't. It's no wonder they don't like the tech. Giving him crit is all well and good, but you've already given him the means to have full crit. You might as well have given him dodge or something. That's how you build him. But then again, yeah, okay, he's not going to be as powerful as the tech one, but seriously, he's not going to be far behind. 2016 unit, okay, so there's going to be a lot of people who would have this rainbow, no doubt, because he's 9 years old. So, and if you've been playing since, 2020, he's been out on a lot of banners, if not every banner. He's been on every single red stone that you can buy. So if you've pulled him up from there, or you haven't, or you're a new player and you've got one of these red stones, or the next time we get like a Goku day or a red stone, which is every major event, pull this guy, right? So, we've all got him. So we've all pretty much got him at rainbow. So if you want your stats, it's going to be here, right? There's your tree. It's good. It's good. He's going to hit ridiculously hard. And ultimately, he doesn't sacrifice as much health as the tech one. So, you know what? He kind of wins in my book. They know that this guy is dangerous to use. So, they've made him so you only do it as the third attacker, right? But then they've given him means to have damage reduction, and they've given him plenty of attack to be a fun unit. They've made him a fun, usable unit and tried to compensate for the fact that he's losing you health, which again, the Saiyan Day unit just didn't quite get that. Don't think they got the memo, whoever designed him. But outside of that, yeah. So decent stats and a full dodge build would be absolutely clutch. Right, there's your teams and links. He's going to look pretty much like this guy, and that is because of Warrior Gods over in the Flash and Shocking Speed. Warrior Gods in particular giving you the god-based unit. So that's essentially all of this. There's a lot of units on here that are reasonable, right? Reasonable. Yeah, okay. This guy needs a super easy A personally, but this guy probably needs an easy A. But good. These guys are still really good, and for the most part, I mean, even the Gogetas are still good. He's a bit of a disappointment, but the rest are still good, right? So yeah, there's a lot of potential here, and he's going to hit crazy hard, and I'm no doubt you're going to have a lot of fun. It's just, you really just going to have to stick him into slot 3. But honestly, for a super easy 8, it's good. There's a nice buff as well, which is really good, because that will help out massively. And I just think he's better than the tech. He's going to be far cheaper to get, and he's just not going to be as damaging to your own health. And again, yeah, okay, I've seen that I've seen the tech one hit like 40 million, right? I've seen him do crazy amounts, but he's also cost me about 40% health because he's done 4 super attacks, and each super attack takes off like 10% of your health. It's ridiculous. But other than that, yeah, I reckon this guy's good. Do you know that there's a video coming up? It's the tech versus the AGL versus the STR, because seriously, that's shaping up to be quite a debate. But other than that, this is a nice quick one. He's good. What can I say? You've all been a cracking audience if you even listen to this. But hey, props to you. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one. Thanking you, and bye bye.